everybody. Grand sunny day rising, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. For today's edition of New to Me, hosted by at Kimmy's Kitchen and More, co-hosted by at Grandma Sandy. I have a lovely tea here. It's a winter fruits tea. It's all herbal. And it's just the thing for a hot day. It's boiling today. It's probably in the high 20s. I'm not knocking the sun, I love the sun, but it is a little bit warm for me. Anyway, without further ado, let's look at some things. But first of all, let me show you my two little friends who are watching. Here we have Miss Robin, and here we have Merlin, who's washing himself. He was 15 years old the other day. Isn't he gorgeous? Two beautiful babies. I don't know where Arthur is. He's somewhere around. The first thing I want to show you is this. This is the Dumfriesshire Dales 40 favourite walks. Now, of course, I'm into walking. Dan enjoys it as well. My late father was a keen walker and fell walker all his life. And he also climbed various mountains, including Helvellyn, which was practically on his doorstep, really. And I used to walk the fells and mountains with him. We all did growing up. And I bought this little book at the new Abbey Corn Mill. Now, some of you know that my father was an eminent metallurgist and industrial archaeologist and engineer, and he specialised in mining. He was a mining expert, and he was the world's leading zinc expert as well. And we went to the mill this time thinking about him. He would have loved that trip. Now, this has lots of different walks. We have here, for example, One Lock Head to East Mount Lowther. Now, One Lock Head has a well-known lead mine, and there's also a village there called Lead Mills. A few of my distant ancestors worked in the mine, but we visited the mine a few days after my dad's passing 7 years ago. We felt it a fitting tribute to him, and we're sure that he was with us in spirit. It was fascinating. I've been in lots of old mine shafts in my lifetime. We have Morton Lock and Castle. Morton Castle is in a spectacular location overlooking the loch, and it's a ruin, of course, like many of these old castles, and it's located by Morton Mains. It's east of Cavenbridge. It's not far outside Thornhill, and you can get to it through the Morton Wood and Plantation. And there isn't any charge to visit the castle. Many places are run by Historic Scotland, but they don't all have admission fees. This one doesn't. It's in a beautiful location and an area of specific scientific interest. It's in a really isolated position anyway, which makes it all the more enigmatic. And one cannot fail to imagine what it would have looked like in its heyday. So here we have Dumfries and Kingholm Quay as well, which is a nice little walk. This is a 7 kilometre walk. So this walk, for example, takes you through the historic part of Dumfries, over the Dovergilla Bridge, and it also takes in some of Crichton Hall, which was the lunatic asylum, and it also takes in Castledyke and Dumfries and the site of Dumfries Castle. Castledyke was part of the land of my Johnston ancestors. You may have met some of them in my video about St Michael's Kirkyard. That'll be one for you to watch after this. And lastly, I can't help but show you this, the Forest of AE, which is like the shortest name, AE. And this was born out of the post-war need to rebuild timber reserves. So this fabulous forest was constructed, and you can take your mountain bikes and whatnot through there. And this is a little map on the back which shows you Nithsdale Valley and all the lovely things you can enjoy in the valley. Some of the tunes, including Dumfries. Anyway, this book cost me £6.99, and that was £6.99 well spent. And while we're on the subject, there's the Solway Firth that goes down to Cumbria, and there's Annan. Annan was once a major port in the Dumfries and Galloway area. Again, I talk about it in the St Michael's video. I hope you get to experience the beauty of Dumfries and southwest Scotland at some point in your lifetime if you haven't already. The next thing I have to show you is this big lump of raw citrine. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? Citrine in its raw form. Now citrine, of course, vibrates the solar plexus, which is our energy centre of our happiness, health and well-being. It is also useful to link you to Horus, the Egyptian god of protection, and the sun god Ra. So if you're doing some inner work and you are doing your best to rid yourself of negativity and form a more happy and harmonious life for yourself in order to raise your frequency and reach deeper enlightenment, citrine is a fabulous stone. I really like it. I like all the yellow stones. It's very beautiful. So that is going on my little shelf with the rest of my crystals. I have a whole shelf full of raw crystals, but I have no room on that, so I'm now on another shelf of raw crystals. That's number 3. I bought that anyway from Raven Moon, which is a really good healing centre and esoteric shop in the village of Thornhill, which is about 13 or 14 miles out of Dumfries. I can't help admiring it. It's stunning, beautiful. The next thing to show you are these Scottish socks. These are shoe size 4 to 7. I'm 5'6½", and I take between a size 4 and a 4.5 usually. Sometimes if a pair of shoes is quite narrow, I will take a 5. Shoes seem to vary so much these days. These cost me £4.50. I bought these from the tea shop gift shop in New Abbey by Sweetheart Abbey. I think these are rather fun. So we're going to open these and I'll give them a try. Oh look, pink with Scotland. Oh, I think these are such fun. Look at those. Aren't they great? They're really comfortable. I do enjoy those. Lovely fit. Scottish socks. Way to go. Scotland. These are 70% cotton, 28% nylon and 2% lycra, and fully machine washable at 40 Celsius. I usually wash them at 30. It says reorder code SOC09. I might see if I can get some more online, or maybe I will find some more when I'm next in Scotland very shortly. And for that we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, before I turn to the last item today, I've spent about half an hour this afternoon in my office writing an email to the digital ID inquiry. It's my evidence. I oppose having a digital ID in the UK. It's not conducive to the fundamental principles of the British people. It goes against all we stand for, and given the events of the last few years, we cannot trust that the government wouldn't use any ID cards to impose certain forms of tyranny. And again, you would potentially be having a two-tier system, and I don't think it would stop any of the problems from happening that they give as reasons for wanting to bring one in. So far, the people have said no. They tried it on during the global incident as well, but enough of us said no, and hopefully we will do so again. So that has gone off to the Home Affairs Committee. What circles I tend to move in these days, by gone. I'm sure though that my mother in particular, who was a strong warrior woman, would be proud that she successfully passed the baton on to me. Anyway, without further ado, and I've been putting this off a bit, is this book that my friend Bev gave me several weeks ago when she was in hospital. Now, I'm not great with dairy, it's the lactose. It's a problem that runs a little bit in the family though. This includes more than 250 recipes. It's called Go Dairy Free. I'm not totally dairy free. I do enjoy dairy. I tend to drink organic dairy or raw dairy. This tells you all about other forms of nutrition, including plant-based protein, how to find safe skincare, protein powders, restless leg syndrome, fibromyalgia, who's most likely to be lactose intolerant. It goes into great detail, quite a bit about kefir or kefir, depending on where you live, A2 milk, and why dairy farmers use synthetic hormones. I'm not sure to what degree they use hormones here in the UK. I don't think it's quite as bad as in the United States. But any additives are likely to cause problems in some, if not all, individuals in the medium to long term. There's a useful recipe and food allergy index as well. And then we've got different recipes. So we've got ginger snap super smoothie, instant whipped butter, cheesy alternatives, coconut creamer. I like coconut latte, seasoned over fries, anytime oven roasted potatoes. There's some yummy recipes there. Anyway, it was very kind of Bev and very thoughtful. I felt so chuffed that she thought of me and wanted to give me this book. And she wrote me a nice note. I'll read some of it. So it says, "Dearest friend Katie," because some people know me as Katie or Kate, even though I'm the cat. The cat can still be called Katie sometimes. That's Katy. Well, we've known each other for some years now and our friendship has grown. We met probably going on for 9 years now on the sales floor at the Petticoat Lane Emporium. I was talking to another trader called Pam, and along came this lady who turned out to be Bev. She was looking to maybe find a trader who would let her sell some things on their pitch. Pam wasn't so keen on the idea, but although I was surprised at first, I wasn't soon after, because she decided to give up her pitch. But I said right away, "Oh, I've got some space, would you like to come and see what I do?" And we had very similar interests. It was like serendipity really. How we met was we had similar interests. We were both spiritual and we liked the same kind of things. We had a lot in common. And soon a friendship blossomed. We may not have gotten together as often as we may have wished for, but we always made up for that when we did. Often you putting the world to rights through your conscientious activist work, sharing our life's ups and downs, and earlier on you supporting me with my writing journey and attempts to get published. These are memories I will treasure wherever I may be in the afterlife. And as you probably know, I do believe in afterlife. In fact, I have several visits from spirit whilst in the hospital bed, namely both my nans. So goodbye, my dear friend, sending you much love and joy for your future. All my love, your good friend Bev. And that's what she wrote. Anyway, it's probably best that I leave that here for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and please do give it a like. Please comment. What is your favourite item? Do you like this book as much as I do? Or this little book, which is fabulous? These very joyful socks. Lovely socks. And this gorgeous citrine crystal. Which one is your favourite? Please do share, please subscribe, ding the old notification bell, ding ding, and I'll see you again for the next one. Until then, bye for now.